Hey guys, Deathslutter Magic here, and I thought we'd go over this constructed event rewards thing that was changed and then reverted today because of player backlash. There's a lot of math behind it, and both sides are not completely right. The developers and the players complaining, big surprise. They're both, well, at least the players are slightly exaggerating. I don't know about the developers. But here's the problem. So what they did was, you see right here, it says if you absolutely bomb out, you still get 3 ICRs, as they're called, individual card rewards. So you get 100 gold and 3 random cards, uncommons from any set that's legal. And then you go on up, okay, this is 203, and then 303, 403, and then right here it goes to 500 gold and 3 cards, but at least 1 is rare, and then 2 are uncommon. And then you go up, you get 600, and then, by the way, the entry is 500, obviously. So you get 1 rare, 2 uncommons, cool. And here you get 2 rares and 1 uncommon, hello, but that's damn hard to get to. I mean, I've swept 7 in, like, 2 back-to-back tournaments, but it's not like, you know, it's the easiest thing in the world to do. A lot of luck goes into it, who your opponent is and what they're running and what they draw. You know, it's one of those things. And then this one, yeah, 2 rares, 1,000 gold. Damn, that's nice. I've done it more than a couple times, but even getting past like 4 reliably, I mean, theoretically, if you're going up against people the same skill level with the same deck power as you should win about 3 and lose about 3. So you should end up here, and then they're all uncommons. But people were saying they could regularly get to 4, and they wanted that 1 rare wild card. So what they did is they got rid of ICRs completely and just upped the amount of gold that you would get. So it was all gold. That's it. I don't know what the gold increase was. And boy, would that be nice to form an opinion on this. I never checked before they rolled it back. I do not know what it was. I'm sure somebody in the comment section will say. So let's, for example, use 200 across the board as a baseline. I don't know if it was evenly applied. I don't know if it was top end heavy. I have no idea what they really did. But let's just say that in 4 wins right here, they went to 700 gold and no cards. Now, theoretically, that's kind of a wash. Now, people were saying, okay, so 1/5 of a pack, 200 gold, you do it 5 times, you open a bonus pack, but that 1 rare that they give you is from 1 of 5 sets. You don't know which. So let's say you're building Pirates, you're building Explorer, you're building Merfolk. You pretty much just need cards from 1 or 2 sets, very specific. So it would benefit you to use gold to open 1 pack containing all cards from like all Dominaria, we'll say, because like you need Dominaria cards or you need Ixalan lands or whatever. That makes sense. So is 1 rare that you would get, but it's split 5 ways, is it better than 1 rare from a booster pack or mythic, and you get to choose what set it's from? It's a wash, right? Not quite, because if you did it 5 times, you'd get 1 booster pack out of it, and cool, you'd get, you know what, like 5 commons, 3 uncommons, 1 rare mythic. Fantastic. Whereas with this one, you would get 10 uncommons and 5 rares. So the break-even point or whatever is, okay, you get maybe 1 rare mathematically from the set you want, and then with the booster, you get 1 rare from the set you want, except you get to keep the other 4 rares. So in people's minds, they just went right to, well, I usually get 4 more wins. You just made me get 5 times less rare cards. 5 times less. And that's what, like I said, all based on a 200 gold thing. What if it was 100 gold across the board? Like I said, I don't know what it is. If this just went to 600, they're giving you 1/10 of a pack. So you'd have to win with 4 wins 10 times to open 1 pack and get 1 rare instead of getting 10 rares. I mean, come on. So maybe they upped it to like a lot more, or maybe like the first 3 were still crap, and then after this it went nuts, and this was 2,000. I don't know. That throws it all off, because then it's just how high can you rank reliably back to back, like on average. I mean, I don't know if you could even use the term reliably. Sometimes I get 1 win and just absolutely bomb out, and sometimes I go 7-0 with literally 0 losses. I mean, it's the same deck and I'm the same player. It's just random chance who you go up against and what they're running and what they draw, pretty much. You know, top decks, all this stuff. There's variance. You can't just say, I always get 5 wins, because no, you don't. But like I said, all things being equal, if you were to just finish 4-4-4-4-4-4-4, I don't think the extra gold, almost regardless of what the amount was, would make up for the fact that they took the individual card rewards away. But there still is something to be said about, oh, I'm getting gold, which goes towards one pack from a set of my choice. And remember, there's 5 sets legal right now. What about when there's 8? You got to factor that in too. But the whole thing is like, I built like 22 decks or something. I'm pretty much using every card from every set and everything. Like I've not yet built black-white vampires because I don't have enough Rivals of Ixalan and Ixalan cards. So I want to open primarily those 2 sets, and I think I could still use some from Dominaria. But I mean, if you're gonna give me 5 rares or 1 booster, I'll probably still take the 5 rares, just because mathematically one of them would probably be from the set I want, and then, oh cool, I get to keep the other 4 rares for future deck building. Now, as far as opening the vault goes, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible to get 1 rare, because your chances of repeating are 5 times worse, and when alliances come out, or allegiance, or whatever the hell it is, when that comes out, it'll be 6 times worse. So, I mean, whatever, who cares about the vault? They're about to remove it. So I think all things considered, yes, the players did have a point that the individual card rewards are better. So I think the developers made a really unusual statement about their logic behind removing these. They said it was like misleading to new players or something. It was so like weird and left field, but if that was their only consideration, I get it. But when people immediately were like, you do realize you're basically giving us like 5 times less of cards, and I farm like 5 of these tournaments a day, I'm pissed. They were like, oh, that is a good point. Yeah, I think the math does add up on that. And then they switched it back. So honestly, I hope they keep it this way with the individual cards, I guess. I mean, the whole targeted thing, there's something to be said for it, but like I said, it's the sheer volume, and then the fact that you could, if you were going to get 5 rares, open like 3 of them from all the same set. I mean, it's still just more shots at it, and they're not like mutually exclusive with no repeats or whatever you call that. So I think, yeah, the players did have a point, but it wasn't like they just chopped the reward across the board. It wasn't quite that simple, and getting gold had a little bit more value than they were thinking, but they're still right. They still did slow down progression pretty good. So, like I said, hopefully they keep it this way, and hopefully that explains it. So if you have any other questions, and if somebody wants to post what the gold increase was, I'm very curious, leave it down in the comments section. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.